We are 8:55.
So how many kids you got now?
Two.
Oh, the camera's still pointing to you.
Oh yeah. Always screw that up.
What a place you got.
Got a hat on. You like the hot weather anyway out here.
Oh, I see.
I like the sun. Hold on.
I got one problem here.
You want that, Ken? My hearing isn't that good either.
What's that you say?
My hearing is not that good either.
What's that?
Huh? What?
That's an old joke. Stand by. No, that's not. Here, we'll play my new single. Tell me what you think of this song, Gary. Hold on. We're screwing up here.
What is it?
This is the...
Is this off your new album that's coming out?
Yeah, it's my new single.
When are you playing the guitar?
When I get up, all I wanna do is go to bed again. Go to bed again and go to bed again. When I get up, all I wanna do is go to bed again. Go to bed again and go to bed again.
Give me an 8 out of a 10.
I could watch some TV, baby.
What's that, Gary?
Give me an 8
I
out of a
could go
10.
under my
Nice.
covers and hide.
That's a pretty good.
Got married.
That's a really good
I'll go
Pitchfork
with
rating.
those bluebirds singing.
Good song, Tim.
Could get there.
Those bluebirds ain't on my side. When I get up, all I wanna do is go to bed again. Go to bed again and go to bed again.
Sing it with me, boys.
When I get up, all I wanna do is go to bed again. Go to bed again. Go to bed again.
All right, Doug, it's 9 a.m. Take it away.
If I go back,
I like having fun. I like to laugh.
all right.
I like to meet people who can make me laugh. Good morning. I like having fun.
Okay.
Yes, I like to laugh.
Sounds good.
I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Hey, Glendale. Sounds like George.
I was trying to do a little live mixing
Oh,
here.
I have a different tempo going on.
Oh, keep playing yours.
Oh.
I like having fun. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. Having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at everything, folks.
Stick to the songwriting, the performing, the acting,
Producing,
the producing,
the writing,
the writing, the podcasting,
the fathering, the
the
husbanding,
fathering, the husbandry,
the husbandry.
the political tweets. Stick to those.
All of the above.
Tim,
Good.
is anyone ever like, stick to political tweets?
No one's ever given me that one. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Who we have in we're gathering an audience here. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. All right, we're starting the show. It is April 24th. It's a Wednesday, hump day in America. It is a beautiful day here in Glendale, California. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I would, yeah.
Spring has sprung, and we are just loving every second of it. It is just gorgeous out. Sun is shining. It's not too hot. We are ready to roll on the Office Hours broadcast. I've got DJ Doug Pound, DJ Doug Pound in the house, DJ Doug Pound in the house. He's rock and rolling today, he's got it all going on. He comes in the middle of the night. Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Doug Pound. Good morning, Doug.
Yeah, it's like that. DJ Doug Pound is destroying tonight. Boom, shakalaka.
That has got me going. That is all the cup of coffee I need in the morning. Doug Lusenhop, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I got my dad here. We've been,
Well, let me do the introductions,
we've been,
please.
uh,
Excuse me. How dare you? I asked you a simple question. How are you? It's a yes or no.
yes.
How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes. Okay. And with me as Vic Berger is mysteriously absent from the show today. Lots to discuss there. Lots of controversy there, which I will get into in detail during the show today.
It's weird that he just quit the show like that.
Well, there's a lot going on. Let me tell you.
And that tweet that he sent out last night that he said is, I'm cutting all ties with
No.
Tim Heidecker."
Well, listen,
Cutting all ties.
I'm giving you the full story during the show today. And he does not come out looking too good, my friends. No. It's a long, complicated story with lots of twists and turns. And we're going to find out a lot about our so-called friend Vic today on the show. And it's sick what you're about to hear on the program today. It is some sick shit. And I love that scary music. I could live in there. No, our special guest is none other than Gary Loosenhop. Are we getting a camera on Gary? Gary.
How do I look?
There's
Dad?
Gary.
That phone is a camera.
Gary here.
That-
Is Gary here for me? I'm Gary. I'm Gary Loosenhop. I'm Gary.
I should
I'm Gary Loosenhop.
I should have gave him a laptop to
Make
match,
drops with.
to match Vic.
I know we will not have that, but
Well,
Gary,
we'll be replacing.
Tim, was that you singing or moaning or what was that?
that was me singing. Gary, I was doing a beautiful song I just wrote in your
really?
honor for being here.
Oh.
Well, listen, Gary, it's an honor to have you on the show.
Well, it's a privilege for me being here.
Why?
How's that? It's a privilege. I just come out here to do work and stuff. Now I'm on stage and screen.
You are going to be, you're going to blow up. I think the audience already has a affinity for you, but they're going to the more they get to know you, there's going to be deep, deep love.
Well, I got business cards if they want to,
What can you offer our audience, Gary, as far, when you say business cards, what are you, first of all, let's back up a minute.
Okay.
Doug, how long have you known Gary?
Well, we don't need to go into it.
you
Probably like
recognize me?
up to a couple, 2, 3, 4 decades.
How long have you really known Gary?
Well, we just probably a couple weeks. We just got into it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Gary, you're out here from,
Denver, Colorado.
but that accent tells me that you are not born and raised in
Just
Denver,
a true
Colorado.
statement. Yeah.
Where you hail from? I think
Chicago.
Chicago. Now,
It's really pronounced Chicago. But a lot of
Chicago.
people say Chicago.
I was in
don't know why.
Chicago on Saturday. Can
Oh
you
yeah.
believe
How'd that show go, Tim?
It was heaven.
My friend Edmar said that that was the best performance he's seen by you.
You know, somebody else said that too. My publicist, who lives in Chicago, she said that was the best performance she's seen by me. That goes into all the projects. Okay, it's
Sometimes you don't bring it. Sometimes you really blow it.
nah, it's not nice, but
Where was your performance?
it was at this beautiful. Thank you for moving the show along, Gary. It was at the beautiful Thalia Hall. Which have you been there, Doug?
Never heard of
I
it.
think it's a fairly
Never heard
new.
of it. You sure there's a place like that?
I'm sure. I was there. We did 2 sold-out shows. Well, the second show wasn't fully sold out, but it was very packed. It's interesting. Somebody told me that, Doug, I don't think this has ever happened. Maybe I just don't get this information, but somebody said that for the second show, there were about 50 tickets sold. Of 50 tickets, those 50 people did not show up.
50 people bought tickets and didn't show up.
Yeah. And you know
What's
what
the best-selling single model tire?
And you know what? The show was on 420. So there could have
Well,
been a little.
Yeah, they got too baked, and then they're like, I'm staying
I
home.
can't do it, man. But it was a
Funny
late.
how? I mean,
the,
funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
the Saturday show, the Saturday late show started at 11 a.m. 11 p.m.
whoa, whoa,
11
whoa,
p.m.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
11
whoa.
p.m.
A brunch?
11.
Yeah.
No,
The
11.
on cinema brunch.
I get my A's and P's confused. It was a 11 p.m. late show. So
well, that could have had something to do
I
with it,
think
too.
that's true. You get excited about going to see the show. You buy the tickets. You realize later, oh shit, this thing don't start till 11. Bye bye.
Or you
Well,
got the
maybe
wrong
they're
day.
maybe
You ever do that?
maybe something.
Yeah.
Maybe they start pre-gaming. You know.
Yeah, and then they just zonk.
Well, Tim, where is this place at that you said you were at?
Thalia Hall. It's in
Yeah.
the South Loop of Chicago.
Oh,
If you don't believe me, I will send you an
I want an email. I can't believe this place.
I'll get you a web link to that.
Yeah.
And we also were in Milwaukee. You ever spend any time in Milwaukee?
Oh, okay.
And Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah. How was the snowstorm up there? They
Didn't
have
catch any of it. There was you'd see a little white snow on the side of the road, but it was beautiful in Chicago. The weather was just it was like here. It was a little chilly, but stayed at the Palmer House.
Oh.
So, okay. I got some Pequod's Pizza delivered to the
nice.
theater.
Nice choice.
Thank you. That's the tradition. That's the Tim and Eric tradition that we started years ago. And what is that?
I got you on that Pequod's thing, but
Yeah.
you guys love it. I don't know if it's that great, but it's pretty good.
Well,
The crust is good.
the crust is good. You got to work your way to the crust. What is that? What is that?
This is what you sound like when the pizza comes up.
Oh, someone said Thalia Hall is in the Pilsen neighborhood of Chicago. Does that ring a bell?
It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Gary,
Yeah. It's
Just Jabba the Hutt, by the way.
where did you grow up in Chicago?
southeast side
In the city.
in the city.
In the city. Oh. So, but you, what did your old man do?
It's hard to explain, but he worked downtown in the Loop.
Sound like he was crooked.
He was an electrotyper. They made printing plates at this facility.
Take us
It's
back, Doug.
obsolete now, but it was kind of different.
So it was a good job, good middle class job.
Yeah. He had blue shirts on, stuff like that.
He had the blue shirts on,
Tim, do you know this song?
and he made. No, who is this?
So it's Eliota, Haynes, and Jeremiah.
It's my kind of music.
It's got good rhythm.
But
An 8 out of 10.
it's like a song from the 70s that they only played. It was like a regional hit,
Oh yeah,
you
it's
know?
all local
Well,
references.
this song is about Lakeshore Drive, the
LSD.
drive.
He's my blue collar. Someone's got a good line. Blue collar granddaddy. My blue collar granddaddy. Where do the Lucen Hops hail from?
Well, the great grandfathers from Hamburg, Germany.
Oh, where the Beatles got their start.
Yeah.
The Star Club. Mach Show, they would say.
Jawohl.
The Beatles would play. Anything can get me to the talk.
Well, there's
talk
probably
about
like
the
4,
Beatles.
5, 8 great grandparents, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
He just picked one that he liked.
The
good
Northern
one.
Germs. Why don't we ever call the Germans the Germs? When the Germs emigrated to. Also, here's a question.
Yeah.
In Germany,
Yes, sir.
it's called Deutschland.
Correct.
Why don't we call it Deutschland? Why can't we say Deutschland? Why do we have to say Germany? Who calls it Germany?
The Americans.
But why? We call Rome.
You know what?
Yeah, how do they go from Deutschland
I don't
to
know.
Germany?
It's like
Italia, and now we call it Italy.
Well, that's at least close, you know.
But Deutschland and Germany are two totally different words.
I think it means fatherland.
Deutschland?
Yeah. How about that?
That's pretty good knowledge. We got the expert here, the expert on all things, Gary Lucenhop. Are you having fun so far?
Yeah.
It's like flying, isn't it?
Wait, Deutschland just means Germany in German.
Well, then just call it
Why don't
Deutschland.
you just agree with me? You know,
Well, you
Germans.
might still be right. I don't know.
well,
Jap-
I am.
I'm trying to look it up.
And
here.
Japan is Nippon? Is that right? Nippon?
Nippon,
Nippon.
yeah.
So let's call it Nippon. I'm not using these words no more.
And you know what? In Sweden is Surge.
Surge?
Yeah, Surge.
Surge. Let's get a Swede to call in and confirm
I
that.
think Polian is Polak, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So you grow up in the city. How was life good back in
Yeah.
the olden days?
They had a big open spot across the street from where I lived, and we used to play in there. It's a big.
Turn that fire
a
hydrant on in the summer.
No, there was
No?
nothing there. It was just an
Just
old
a
Just
big
like
open
a concrete
Used to be a
lot,
farm.
like
Yeah.
a concrete lot or like a dirt lot.
Grass?
No, it was big. It was a big open area.
Could we call it a park?
Well, it's like an open place.
You got to get on the mic.
Okay, you could say a park if you want, but
But I mean, was it like grass or was it concrete?
no, it wasn't. It was trees, bushes,
Oh, gotcha.
shrubs.
There we go.
I'm calling that a park.
Wild tigers, all kinds of stuff lived in there.
So-
Possums, raccoons, squirrels,
So
snakes.
you eventually though you do you graduate from high school
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
and you did you serve your country
kinda. I was in the reserves for 6 years.
during the Vietnam War?
Nope, I got out of it by 2 weeks going there.
Oh goodness!
My brother got me into a reserve unit.
And that was what year are we talking here?
65. Yeah, 65.
So that's really before the shit hit the fan over there.
Well,
I mean, it was starting to
you're
get
about
it was
right.
starting to get hairy there, but
yeah.
it was good. It was about to get hairy for Gary. But your brother, who's got obviously some kind of connections.
He knew the right person. Yeah.
Wow. Sort of like that Creedence Clearwater song, Fortunate Son. I was born.
Yeah, I lucked out, but we played war games on the weekend and went to summer camp.
Well, if the Viet Cong ever attacked Chicago, you would have been there on the front line.
Yeah, we were kept foreign aggression away from the U.S.
Good. Thank you for your service. And then you come out of the service. When do you meet Pauline? Doug, are we getting too personal here? Are you
I think about
are you okay with all this, Doug?
about 66.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but I mean,
I
do the
married her at
listeners
68,
care?
so
I'm-
I ran into her about 67. so-
Here's what I want to say about this. As you know, we have comedians, musicians, artists on this show. We have all kinds, but I also want to talk to just people that are living their life, doing the best they can, working hard, raising families, believing in the American dream. And that's why Gary's here today, folks. Also because I couldn't get anybody else. No. Doug,
Yeah.
I was just going to say I think it's funny that the one-upmanship between you and Vic is really something else because
We don't
Vic-
really one up each other.
Vic
We just
called. No,
we
listen,
just
I'll
do
get a
our
good
thing.
case in point. Vic gets his dad to call in last week.
Oh,
Vic
right.
says, I got to, Doug says, I got to do one better. I'm bringing him into the studio.
No, I didn't do that to one up
know.
him. He just was
It
here.
was just convenient.
Just
You
here.
flew him out.
I flew him out for this. Yeah. So he was here.
Yeah, I
And
paid
you're
my way,
leaving-
but he flew me out.
Yeah, and you're getting back on the plane as soon as this is over, aren't you? So when was the last time you were in California seeing Doug?
But it was November, right, Doug?
You try to come out a couple times a year?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Are you fully retired now?
Yeah, fully, yeah.
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 But your wife is not. She's still working?
Well, she likes
Keep busy.
to keep busy and
What is going on back there, Doug?
No, I was doing patriotic music.
half a day.
It was a little late.
She gets out of the house. I get away from her. She gets away from me.
Yeah. How do you
And she likes it.
how do you fill your days, Gary? Give
Well,
me like a typical
well, we got
Tuesday.
a dog. I walk this dog in the morning.
What time
for
do you get
about, about 6:30.
Yeah, that's me.
Go for about a mile walk.
Nice.
There's a lot of paths and stuff. And
Yeah.
Where I live, there's deer running around, and you kind of got to pay attention to them. Half the people have dogs.
Doug's furiously trying to find deer sound effects.
Yeah,
Deers are silent.
they kind of walk down the middle of the street like, well, who the
It's
hell?
it's their land.
Yeah,
And
took it
okay,
away from them.
So now we got you to about 7:30 at the latest.
Now, there's a time frame kind of a thing now.
Well,
right?
then he acts like you, Tim, and he goes right back to bed.
Now, what happens after the walk?
I come back, drop the dog off, get some breakfast.
What do you have for breakfast?
Well, kind of what I thought I'd get here, but bacon and eggs, toast.
Are you making that yourself, or Pauline's still slaving in the kitchen
I
for
do
you?
it myself.
Okay,
Because I'm the dishwasher, so
right. All right, so now you're fed and the dog is walked. Now
I
you've got the
play a
whole
little-
day ahead of you.
might play a little golf with my friends.
Oh, nice.
This one guy, he's a bus driver for school, and he drops the kids off, and he's got like 3 hours of free time before he picks them up, takes them home. So we play a little 9-hole golf, walking 9. That keeps me kind of moving around, you know.
I'm not laughing at you, Doug. It's just putting in all these sound effects of golf.
Well, I didn't. Did I hear
they're
anything?
subtle.
This is turning out to be a pretty good day,
Yeah,
Gary.
then-
A little golf, and you come back. You put on the TV at some point.
No TV till night.
Then you get your shows, your stories.
Yeah, well, I'm in this Lions Club.
Uh-huh.
That's first and third Thursday of the month.
So you got that to look forward to.
Tim, we should join one of those clubs.
I'd join a club.
Like a
Boys Club.
like the
Boys
like like a men's club, that's like does charity stuff.
Why don't we start our own?
What is the What does the Lions Club do, Dad? I know what they do, but I just
They
want,
are the largest service group on the planet, and it's worldwide,
planet?
international.
On which
yeah,
planet?
The planet Earth.
Okay. All right, let's pause Gary's day
The flat
and get a call in here just to mix things up. The audience is craving a call. Not that we're not enjoying Gary. I just
Tim,
wanna
what would our group be called?
the reasonable men.
Hello?
Yo,
Yo,
who be this?
this is Joe,
Joseph.
calling from Albuquerque.
Ah,
Yeah, you got it.
Albuquerque Joe. How you doing today?
Good, how are you guys?
We're hanging in there. We got Gary Lusenhop in the studio. And other than
Gary.
that, it's a pretty
Hi.
normal Wednesday day. I want to talk about my album soon, but what do you got for me today?
Yeah, I love that track. It's kind of got a I would walk 500 miles or 5,000 miles vibe to it.
How dare you?
You hear that at all?
I would walk 500 miles and I would
When I
walk
get up-
500. No, I mean, it doesn't sound anything like that. How dare you?
It doesn't, but it's classic. Like, it reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it. Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. I hope it's catchy. I hope you're singing it. It's annoyingly catchy. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Joe, I got a
definitely
question
stuck in my
for
head.
you.
Okay, so here's another technical default of the show. Joe
I can hear
can't.
that a little bit.
Can you hear Joe?
Yeah.
I could hear Gary barely.
Okay. Well, Gary.
Well, we got to fix these mics.
Well, I got a question for Joe.
Okay, Joe's got a.
We can pass
Gary's-
along the question.
Gary's got a question for Joe. We're going to pass it along to you. What's the question, Gary?
Is there an old town Albuquerque, and what street is it on, or streets?
Okay, is there an old town Albuquerque, and what street is it on? Is the question coming in from Gary?
Yes, there is an old town Albuquerque, and
Okay.
it's on a number of streets. It spans a number of blocks.
All
I'm not
right.
sure what he's getting at, but it's close to Route 66.
It's close to Route 66, and any follow up there, Gary?
Is it near the hospital? See, my brother-in-law lives in Las Cruces, and
Uh-huh.
and we had to go to Albuquerque for some other reason. But then I ran into another guy that says there's an old town Albuquerque down there. I said, where is that? Because we've been down there like a couple times. We have to take care of them and all that. But anyway, he said you should do that while you're down there. I said, okay. I don't know. I never heard of it till now.
Well, why don't you call her? Why don't you let us know let my dad know what to do next time he's in the Kirk.
Yeah, is it near the hospital?
Is
or
it near the
yeah, I could-
hospital, Joe? Yes or no?
It's a question. Yeah.
Yeah,
why are you
good thing.
evading this? Can we just get a straight answer? Is Old Town
can't
near
hear
the
you.
hospital?
It's close enough. Gary would be happy to know there's lots of hospitals here in Albuquerque.
There's a lot of hospitals. Okay, anything from you, Joe, that you want to ask me or talk about? Now we covered where the hospital is in relation to Old Town in
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
Well,
Finally got that out of the way.
Office Hours is your premium source of information for hospitals close to Old Town's regions in Albuquerque. Join us every week as we identify the relative location of hospitals to parts of cities.
well, hey, actually, I was going to ask you and Doug if you guys had been to Albuquerque.
Oh, boy, more Albuquerque
there's a
talk.
lot
What
of-
is this, regional radio for Albuquerque now?
Well, it gets into another point because Netflix is actually moving one of their studios here, I
Really?
guess, to
Oh.
film some original content. Yeah, there's a big movie studio. The film industry has been here for a while.
Sure, you got Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I met your buddy Bob actually at Whole Foods about a year ago.
Yeah,
That's
that must have
kinda
been a
funny.
thrill for him.
He was. I don't know if I want to get into that story. I ended up kind of. He was not wanting to be recognized, so I whispered in his ear that I was a big fan, and he was like, "Thank you." Without
Wait, who
looking
was
at
it?
me, but
Odenkirk, Bob.
Oh, did you whisper in his ear like
Yeah.
like Bryan Cranston? I'm a big fan.
Hey, by the way,
exactly what I did.
Gary, the chat room is just in love with you. They want more Gary. They love your honesty. They actually love the sound of your voice.
Really?
Yeah.
What
And
do I sound like now?
We got great voices.
Sound like I'm from Glendale or where now?
sound like
Can't-
you.
I don't
there's
think you
no
can shake
change.
that Chicago accent.
Okay, I got another question
It's
for
here to stay.
Joe.
Another question from Joe.
Aren't
Okay.
you, see what happens when you call
Okay,
in?
Here, what
so,
we could do, Doug, is hold on a sec,
I
Joe.
got a whole
Okay,
list
Doug,
of questions.
Can you just tilt your mic towards Joe? I mean, towards your dad?
Yeah.
Because then maybe can you do it?
What's wrong with this one?
Well, it's complicated. He can only hear the two mics.
Yeah. Have you been to the balloon festival down there? No, it's
Did
pretty
you catch
know
that?
what?
pretty
I haven't
cool.
actually. I did, yeah. I haven't actually been to the balloon festival, but
This is like a press
the
conference for
flight
Joe.
pass, I guess-
We have a question
the-
from Gary Lucenhop.
Now, when is that? In October, something like that? Well, whatever.
I didn't hear that.
Isn't
but,
it, when is it, October or
anyway,
something
yeah,
like
the
that?
balloon-
Hey, this
Yeah,
is
it's
Doug,
in the
Doug
fall.
Lessenhop, LA Times. Hi,
My
is the balloon
Midwestern
festival in
accent.
October or something like that? Can you confirm?
Something like that.
Okay, thank you.
I can confirm something
Question
like that.
here from Tim Heidecker
Thank
from
you,
the
Mr.
Glendale
President.
Current. How many balloons are expected to appear in the balloon festival this year? Thank you.
Oh boy, I tell you, we're expected to see about 2,000 balloons.
Thank you.
That's got to be fake balloons.
They're all.
Okay. Well,
That's
thank
a
you,
real
Joe.
That's fake balloons right there.
Always
I got
good
a real
to.
question. Got a real question.
Okay,
for you.
real
Hold on.
question.
How about, well, I don't know if that. Okay. Gary's. I'm happy Gary's there today because I wanted to ask you guys about aging, and I wanted you guys to impart a little wisdom. You're a little older than me. I'm 32.
Yeah. That's a good question. Let's get into it with me first, and then Jug, Jug, and Gary. First of all, Gary, how old do you feel in your heart?
My heart.
Give me your honest answer about when you think about how old you are, how old do you think you are?
Well, I know I old I am.
How do you
He
feel?
doesn't
Okay,
play
I
that
think
game.
I'm 65.
Okay. But I think I'm getting at something different. Do you still feel the same way that when you were, say, like 30? In your not in your health or but do you just have the same kind of mindset, or do you think you've changed?
Well, I think I changed. Mainly because I can't remember stuff I did 30 years ago. But
Doug, how old do you feel?
1. No, I don't know. I don't really think about that. I just, in some ways, I feel like I, am younger, but also
You're 45?
something like that.
A little older? 46? You don't feel that way, though,
I
do you?
don't feel like
And
I'm-
you don't look that way. You don't act the way that when we were kids, we thought 40-year-old people acted, right?
Right.
That's kind of what I'm getting at with this question. I think aging is changing.
It
you
is
know, particularly
changing.
like Gary's age and
Well,
my age. Like,
I mean,
when
Gary,
when
I
I
feel
was
like-
Doug age, anybody who was 60 was
like in the retirement
yeah,
home.
had it. It's
Yeah.
it's about done.
But you've got years and years ahead of you, I think.
yeah, maybe I'll make it to
But
77.
The question is, what do you?
The question is,
what
don't
do you
the,
do
the
with
answer.
that?
The
What do you
answer
do
is
with that
don't
time?
don't think about just if you feel good. Just if you feel fine now, just live however you feel like you want to live. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I
Tim?
think the only thing I've noticed is I do have medical things that I didn't have when I was younger. Your knees are, your body starts wearing down a little bit, and I don't take great care of myself, so that's part of it. But I do get the feeling. I mean, more than I probably did 20 years ago. I do think about death more. I think about that's a real possibility for me. I mean, it's something that the audience here has to start thinking about.
Well, we got to lift up this caller. We don't want to
No,
think
but
about
we're
death.
Why should the audience think about death?
Well, because it's there in front of us.
Come on.
It's there, Gare.
Come on.
Get used to it, bud.
Gary
There's
doesn't
no
think about that
escaping
stuff.
it.
I don't,
We
you
just
know,
we just
if I wanna
enjoy
think
our
about
life.
That it's over.
Well,
We
I
enjoy
can't
our
help
life. We
what-
don't enjoy our death.
No, I'm not
Come
enjoying
on,
it.
Dan,
I'm
what
just
do you
saying
bring that
that.
subject up for.
Well,
Jeez.
jeez, I mean, because we better start getting comfortable with it. Because I don't want to see you
Is it?
scared
is
and
it
crying like a
relieving?
little baby on your deathbed. You got to be ready.
Right.
You got to start
You gotta accept
preparing.
it.
I don't think there'll be a deathbed. I think it's over. I think you have a heart attack and you're done.
Do you believe in the afterlife, Gary?
No.
No, like it's so dismissive.
Well, that's you
But
asked me a question, I give you an answer.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate your candor. Did you raise Doug in a Christian home?
Yeah, correct.
But you yourself not a believer, because you can't be a believer if you don't believe in heaven.
Who said I didn't believe in heaven?
You said there's no afterlife.
Well, there is none. I still believe in heaven.
I'm confused, Doug.
I
you
know,
can
that's
make any
good.
sense?
I did it.
It's a great mystery.
It's a perfect dodge. It's a perfect dodge.
It's an innuendo, maybe. How about that? Huh?
Well,
Maybe
so
you-
when you go,
Maybe those are
you're
not
done.
mutually exclusive, Tim. Okay.
Well, heaven is here on earth.
Exactly.
Baby. How's that go?
Do you know what's worth?
Do you
Well,
know
that sounds
what's
fair.
worse?
Yeah, that sounds-
Is Joe still on the line, or is he,
Yeah, we're gonna let Joe
Yeah.
go.
maybe he wants
yeah,
to
I'm
ask
still
more
here.
questions?
Well, can I tell you one thing, Tim? I saw you in I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. You did a great job. That's
I
a
want
great
to talk
show.
about that. We're gonna let you go so we don't have any more
Yeah.
bings and bombs.
All right, bye-bye.
This show came out yesterday. I Think You Should Leave. Tim Robinson on Netflix, 6 episodes. It's on earth, in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Oh, I see. There you go.
Heaven is not much of a place on earth nowadays if you watch some of these climate reports.
Aye. Well, Doug,
Yes?
have you seen this yet? This show?
I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I watched it last
Nothing but
night
good-
with
nothing but
me
good
wife in bed. I said, "Hey,
Are you on it?
I'm on it. I have one good scene, a nice chunky little funny scene. Yeah, but I'm you know me. I'm a real snob with the comedy. I not just
Except for things that you appear on.
Not yeah,
A+ home runs.
Yeah, not really a snob. Just that it doesn't interest me to sit and watch comedy, especially sketch comedy, because a couple things go on there. I have a high bar for what I personally think is funny. Not like a lot of stuff isn't made for me, And then I also get like all these emotions of jealousy or envy, or it just brings up my own life. It brings up my own work when I see a lot of stuff, Sometimes
You start thinking about death.
start thinking about death, and so I'm not the first. I'm not like a comedy
Well, that's
nerd where
very-
I'm jumping into everything that comes out.
Tim, that's very common though, because I remember when people were when Awesome Show was out, people would be like, I don't want to like this show
Yeah.
because they're kind of it's that whole jealousy kind of thing with fellow comedian people. Correct?
Yeah, and I think it's in a healthy place. It's just a natural place. It's just a natural thing where it's sort of like, oh boy, I don't need to.
what are
I'd
you
rather
talking
watch
about?
something else. Calm down, Gary. I'm getting there. But I said, well, I'm kind of curious because I like this guy, Tim Robinson. I had a good time working with him. And I was curious to see how my scene turned out. So, but I couldn't tell which episode I was in. So and there was only 6 of them, and they were like, so we started watching it, and like, it's really good. It's really funny. And it was making me laugh. And it was, different, and just lots of good. I mean, we were both, my wife and I were both laughing out loud. When does that happen? I watched Veep the other night, which we watched. It's like, oh, it's one of our shows we watch. I didn't laugh. I laughed once. No offense to the creators. I mean, it's fine, but whoa, Amber Alert, folks! It's happening live. It's happening live. We have an Amber Alert. I'm dismissing it, but it sounds do you hear that? Doug, I need information on the Amber. We got to get the word out.
Let's shut down this
Wait,
podcast
we can
go find this person.
We could solve it. Where? Give me information.
Okay, child abduction.
Child
details
abduction.
at http://chp.click.alert.
Oh my God! Get on this. Find him. Find the damn son of a bitch who did this. We have all calling all cars. Calling all cars. We have an Amber Alert in Glendale. Where is it? Give me the information.
I'm trying to get it here.
Is it a female or boy or what?
By the way, we were driving through Wisconsin while you get that information. And do you know about this? People are saying Vic is dead. Vic is dead. He's dead now because we've got Gary, and that's
This is going to be exciting. Go ahead.
What do we have, Doug? Any information? We are standing by for more information on the
It's not
Amber
an
Alert.
easy
Amber
thing to look up here.
But doesn't it give you a link?
Okay, well, I have to do it on my phone. I just try to type it in manually.
Easy, Tim. Easy.
And then,
I'm stressed,
you
Gary.
open
We
your
have
phone
a
and
missing
then the
child.
the Amber Alert goes away. So it's
yeah.
like, where the hell is it?
All right, folks.
Yeah, I got it, Tim.
What is it?
Bakersfield PD. Bakersfield?
Yeah, it's north of us.
That's way north of us.
Well, they could. It's right off the 5.
Maybe
so
it's coming down this
All
way.
right. Yeah, all right.
What do we got?
Okay.
Summarize.
We
are standing. Hold on. We are standing.
This is not a good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are standing by for breaking news update here from our reporter covering the Amber Alert
Okay,
here.
Michael Aguirre.
This is Doug Loosenhup.
Michael
Doug,
Aguirre,
excuse me.
age 31 years old.
Excuse me, Doug. Let me turn it over to you. This is Doug Loosenhup reporting for Office Hours. He has the latest update on the Amber Alert. Doug?
Child abducted /taken. 2 children, it looks like. Milana Aguirre, 8 years old, 3 feet 6 inches, 48 pounds. And Daniel Aguirre, 4 years old, 3 feet 0 inches, 42 pounds. Was apparently taken by Michael Aguirre. I only assume is his father.
A relative, huh?
5'8", 31 years old. So keep an eye out for that situation.
All right, we will solve this case.
Twitter.com/CHP alerts.
Okay.
We'll get you that.
What kind of car is it?
Yeah, what kind of car are we dealing with here, Doug?
Wow, how are we going to find them? Got to look for a car.
I'm going to guess it's a Toyota Corolla.
Last seen on foot with their
he's not getting
father,
far.
Michael.
He's not getting far.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so if it's on foot, he's not going to be.
Come here, kid. Come here. The kid's dragging.
Got him on a leash? Or?
I can't go 2 blocks with my kids without the cops coming.
What if? Can your wife call it an Amber Alert if you take the kids and?
Yeah, and she was not feeling good that day.
And you got in an argument.
Well, has he
all right.
come back?
We pray for those. We pray for that family. We pray it all resolves peacefully and safely. Let me just go back.
Can you do an Amber Alert prank?
Let me go back to the headline today, the comedy show I was talking about. Anyways, it's on Netflix. You've probably all seen it already. Whatever. I always find that there's this time paradox that happens when stuff comes on Netflix. I see people like 2 minutes after it's come out. Oh yeah, I saw the whole thing. It was great. Right?
Yeah.
People blow through.
Oh yeah,
shit.
I saw the whole show. Of
Yeah,
course, the whole.
So as soon as it came out, I watched the whole thing. Oh, have you watched any? Have you watched All on Cinema? No, it's too hard to find. I can't find it. Anyways, I thought it was really good. It had some funny shit in it, man. My scene was okay. It was not the funniest thing in the whole thing, believe it or not. Anyways, that's my plug. No one's asked me to bring it up. No one contacted me about it. The Lonely Island guys put it together.
What's the show called, Tim?
I Think You Should Leave.
Wait, you think it's called You Should Leave or not?
The show, Doug,
Yeah?
is called I Think You Should Leave. Is there any confusion now?
Yeah. What's the show called?
My favorite kind of comedy.
I think you should stay. Oh, no, I got that wrong.
All right, let's take another call.
Yeah, what do we have? Two people?
I think you should
We
leave.
do a speed. We should do a speed.
Whoa, somebody's calling.
We do a chat line. We get like 10 callers.
If anybody wants to come in here and figure out the phones, I would give them some merch.
Dad, somebody on Twitter wants to know, how do you pronounce our last name? How do you pronounce it?
I pronounce it.
Hello? Oh, we have to wait on that.
That's
Who's
a
this?
Cliffhanger.
This is Jazzy in Tucson, Arizona.
Ah, Jazzy. I know Jazzy. He's a great artist.
Oh, thank you, Tim. How are you?
Good. How are you? How can I help you today?
I wanted to know about Gary's, what kind of work is he looking for in Los Angeles? He said he's got business cards.
That's a great question. I was trying to get him to get into that. I think he was fooling us because he is retired. But you're gonna that'll be a quick. We will if you be so kind, we'll take that. You'll take that answer off the air. Okay.
Okay. Well,
All right.
that's fine.
Thank you, Jazzy.
But, I mean,
Good to hear from you.
One thing I could actually give you guys really quick, if you don't mind.
What's that?
I can give you guys a show idea that's perfect for Gary, if you don't mind.
All right. Let's hear the show. Here comes the pitch.
Well, as you guys are going through the Amber Alert stuff, I mean, I was thinking, Gary and his son, great dynamic. They should do a buddy cop show, and Tim, you could be the dispatch operator, and comedy ensues.
All right. We will put that on the ideas board and let you know if it moves into a development phase.
All right, and just let me know how you guys want to pay me.
For what?
I could figure for the show.
Yes,
idea,
like I said, when we get if it moves into a development phase, we will contact you, and of course, we will not be stealing any ideas. We don't steal ideas. Do not have high hopes for this show moving forward into a development phase, but I appreciate your creativity and I appreciate your contributions.
To answer your question, Venmo.
Okay, Venmo's perfect. All right,
Very
I'll
good.
talk to you guys later.
All the
Thank you
best.
very much
The
for
question
this
to
opportunity.
thank you. The question to Gary. Look at this. I got my daughter's hair tie. I got my daughter's hair tie on my finger right now. She's always in my heart and always in my thoughts.
Wrapped around your finger.
Garrett?
Yes, sir.
What kind of work are you doing out here?
Whatever Doug finds me to do.
Oh, a little around the house stuff?
Yeah, chop wood, seal the deck, throw stuff away, rake up leaves.
Tim, you ever chop wood?
That's hard.
I've had these big logs from a tree that was trimmed in my backyard, just rotting away for years. And I decided yesterday to
chop them up into firewood. Do you have a fireplace?
Well, I go camping and stuff,
Right.
so like
You'll use
they're
it.
too big to like bring camping even. So I wanted to chop them up.
You know what?
He's gonna go
you know what?
camping in your
I bought an
backyard.
axe. I bought an axe and a sledgehammer, and I watched some YouTube tutorials.
Yeah.
And turns out chopping wood's kind of fun.
Sure. And it's great exercise, too.
It's great exercise, and it's a very satisfying sort of like.
You know
thing
what?
To do. It's a very primal kind of thing. You're swinging that thing around.
What is this? How does the sledgehammer work into it?
Well, you if it's a bigger piece, you just put the axe on the edge near the bark. You just tack it on, and then you just tap it down with a smaller like sledgehammer.
Right.
And then that'll split it in half, and then you just kind of cut off slices like a pie.
There's more to it, though. See?
That's about it. Yeah.
Well,
I told
have a
Doug, you better get a heavier sledgehammer to hit it harder with more weight, and it seemed to work. Am I right?
I did.
Now you have two sledgehammers.
I got two. Yeah.
Well, one's a little dinky one.
So
well, yeah, fine. Don't
Can I get
sledge shame
The
me.
Loosen Hops are taking up all the air on the show.
Well, we're sorry, but
no, I have a tradition after Christmas, after New Year's, where I chop up my Christmas tree.
no, you don't want that wood.
It's Gary.
It's pine. You
it's
don't want that.
It's great wood.
No.
This damn Amber Alert's back.
We need a Jeffrey Tambor alert.
Same person.
Jeffrey Tambor has been seen at the mall
ArcLight
at the
movie
ArcLight
theater.
Cinema Dome.
No, it's a great wood, and you know it's fun.
It smells good when you burn it.
You chop off the little the branch, the needles, you know, and you make a big bundle with the needles. You know, you tie them together, so you have a big old bundle of needles, and you put that in there, and it's the most roaring fire. It's like you poured gasoline into your because all the oil, all the pine oil is in those needles still, and it's dry, and it.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, those are
It's
good for
fun.
Can I
setting
give
up
you
near
a
a
story?
near a.
When I was a young kid.
What?
Someone says, "What's Gary's favorite wood?" Gary,
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. When I was a kid, we used to collect Christmas trees and put them in a big pile across the street from where I lived.
right?
And
The,
that's
the open
exactly
field,
what we did. Burned them up.
light them up.
Yeah.
Well, that's when arson was fun and legal, and
of course, you can't do it anymore now.
No,
but
city zoning and all that kind of stuff.
that was a long time ago. We didn't have zoning and stipulations. You can't do this. You can't do that. Well,
Okay, Doug, give me some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style tense music. All right, give me some. not
Okay,
that.
hold on, sorry.
That came in so late.
I know. Well, we got sidetracked. Okay, hold on. Millionaire. Where the hell is it? Here we go.
This is a new game show on Office Hours called Your Favorite, and it is a quiz show. Our guest, I'm the host, Tim Heidecker. Our guest is Gary Lusenhop from Chicago, Denver. Gary, how you doing? Feeling lucky today, Gary?
always feel lucky.
Happy to have you with us, Gary.
It's nice to be here.
You are playing.
I mean it.
You are playing for $5,000 today, Gary.
Well,
question-
that's not enough.
The question to you is, this is round one. The question is, what is your favorite wood?
Oak.
Wrong.
You wanted me to say pine, didn't you?
Wrong. Gary's favorite wood is cedar. Gary, we have access to your thoughts. We have access to your brain. We have entered your spinal cortex and have accessed your deepest and darkest memories and have determined that cedar is in fact your favorite wood. Would you like to double down and play round two for $10,000 or lose it all?
I want to double down.
Okay. Gary,
Yes.
what is your favorite sweet treat?
I'm going to say chocolate.
Wrong. Gary, we have accessed your spinal cortex and entered your cerebellum. Your favorite sweet treat is New York cheesecake. Sorry about that,
Wait a
Gary.
minute. Cheesecake is considered sweet?
Ah, so if it's made right, unless you put salt instead of sugar like them Three Stooges used to do all the time.
You know,
Soap
cedar,
instead-
cedar is a good wood, though. That smells pretty
Yeah.
good.
Gotta
Yeah,
admit,
yeah.
Gary, you gotta go. You gotta.
But the
admit.
chocolate thing, I think you're off base with
You're
that
off with
one.
that. That's not a sweet. No one's thinking.
just telling
no
you what
one's-
our-
No one's thinking cheesecake
Yeah,
when they're
come
thinking
on.
sweet treat.
Jeez.
I'm gonna give you the points on that one, Gary. I'm gonna give you the $5,000 for chocolate. Now, our final.
What's going on?
Our final question on what's your favorite? Gary, you having fun with us today?
Oh, definitely.
What is your favorite kind of car?
Porsche.
Gary, you've answered Porsche.
Yes.
Any year, any era of the Porsche?
Sorry, what was the question?
Any specific model, year, or color? Give me a more descriptive, because we're our judges are verifying the answer at the moment.
Stick shift, black. What is it, 928? Something like that. I'm not sure about the model now.
Gary, your answer to what is your favorite car was Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Hey!
Congratulations, Gary. You've just won $5,000.
That's all? I thought I doubled down.
Gary.
Well, you got the one wrong, that back to 0, and then you got the one right, so you got back
Doug,
up to
why
5.
did you have to say that? I think
Well,
I had
it's not
fooled.
my. I didn't make the rules, but
Okay. Let's take another call. Jesus Christ.
One thing I learned recently is people don't want to stick shift Porsche.
Why?
I think that's why my dad said it.
928, I think.
That's the beauty boy.
928. That's not a. That's not
I
a
love
model.
a cherry
911, right?
That's a model.
Porsche 911. I love that bright
Yeah, you're
yellow
right.
Porsche.
928. That is a car. Oh,
Nobody-
I know those.
All right,
ones.
nobody home. Nobody wants to hear that ringing.
The 928.
What is Tim? Do you have a PICA for ice? I don't know what that means. PICA for ice. What does that mean? What's PICA? Is that a young millennial term that I don't know about? Let's take another call. That person didn't answer. We'll get another one. If you want to chat on the show, send us a Gmail. I know you have your computer open, so get your email up. A lot of people go, I didn't get to your email. We got the email in front of us all day. So officehourslive@gmail.com. Send us your question and a phone number, and we'll give you a ring. See who's out there. We always like ladies calling in, so it's not just a dude fest here. Gary's here, and we love talking to everybody. So look forward to seeing who answers. Exciting stuff here. Hello?
You have reached the voicemail box of...
One more try, and then we'll move on to some other topics.
We should call someone we know maybe and get call my mom.
Oh boy.
No. Actually, that'd be pretty funny though.
All right, one more try with the phones. No one's answering. Everyone's nervous. Chris, we're not on Skype anymore. We're working.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go.
Who be this?
Hi, this is Skinner. How are you doing?
Skinner from
Leonard.
From Oakland, California.
Okay, across the bay from San Francisco. Would you like to
Yeah.
play? Would you like to play a round of what's your favorite?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Skinner calling in, playing a game of what's your favorite. Skinner, where are
I don't
you?
know.
Skinner, how you doing today, Skin?
Good.
All right, let's get the game going for $5,000. What is your favorite sandwich?
A nice deli sandwich on the beach with my friends, and it's got a pickle in it.
Wrong!
A foot-long meatball.
Your favorite sandwich is a turkey Reuben.
Oh, that is my favorite shit.
Oh, no. Well, next time,
blew it.
okay? Well, how can I help you today, Skinner?
Oh, I don't know. I just big fan. I love you guys. I'm so nervous right now. I usually am never nervous, but no. You know what, Tim?
Yes, sir.
I feel like I have a question for you. If you want to answer it or not, is that I feel like, do you ever get discouraged by the boringness of the world when you're just such a cool, weird dude who's trying to make awesome stuff happen?
Oh, yeah, man.
Because
I feel you.
they try to shut down the cool people.
They try to shut us down.
They trying to shut you down. Yeah,
I'm not a cool guy. You think I'm a cool guy?
I mean, to me, you're cool. I guess just like sort of a subversive, interesting, weird thinker person. Because I feel like just the fact that, freaking Moon Patrol or whatever can't get made, and it's just like waiting around for
there's a lot of
to get their heads out of their asses.
Yeah, you do. I do end up often feeling like I'm in the back of the line a lot of the time on things for people's priorities.
Yeah,
I have, but I'm blessed and grateful to be able to do things professionally. I have been feeling a little,
Yeah, Tim can't. I don't want to hear any complaints.
It's true. It's true.
killing it right now.
Yeah,
Well,
it's. I guess it's important.
I'm
to be
waiting for,
grateful.
but I'm waiting for other things to come together, and you'd think so. Like when it comes to the new record coming out, the On Cinema
yeah.
book, the what else? The Us movie. All these are things that I did already, and now are coming out. So now I'm excited that things are coming out, but I'm more excited about when I'm actually making stuff, and that takes a lot of work and a long time to get all the pieces to come together in the right way. And I'm always amazed that anything gets done, because everybody has to come together, and schedules have to work out, money has to get approved, then you have to agree with people on so many things. So it's challenging to make anything. It really is.
Yeah,
That's Gary doing live drops.
Yeah, hell yeah, Doug. Get it, Doug Pound.
But
no,
I do find
I know. Okay.
I do find myself
Vic,
bored by a lot of shit in life. I mean,
what's this guy gonna say? What's he got?
When you're rolling creatively, when you're in the studio or you're jamming with friends with the ideas, you're writing. When I was doing that record. Well, when I was making that music a couple weeks ago with Wise Blood in the studio, I said, "This is flying. This is vacation for me, folks. This is. I don't want to sit on no beach and drink no Mai Tai. You know what I mean?"
Right. It feels good to be in the flow state.
I like being creative and making things and collaborating. I like being around creative people. And I don't like relaxing.
Me too.
I have no interest. I mean, if I'm going to relax, I'd be happy just lying in my bed watching, World War II in color on Netflix. That's fine. Anything beyond that, what am I doing? What am I going to the Caribbean? What am I sitting in the Caribbean eating bad food?
I don't actually relax either, and I think that it kind of alienates some people. I guess it's just sort of weird that people are like, "Hey, want to go hang out and do this sort of mundane thing?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, I want to do work. I want to make my stuff and my projects." And
I hear you, man.
Things
I'm with you, Skin. Doug,
Skin, are you an artist?
Doug, do you enjoy trips and vacations?
Yes, I'm an artist.
Did you do the art for the Mastodon record?
Yes, I did, and I did their music videos, and I'm working on their live projection show right now.
Oh, cool. We have a famous person calling in.
Well, not really.
Are those guys nice guys?
Oh yeah, I love them. Yeah, the drummer is amazing person, Braun. He's just really been kind and invited me into his life.
Nice.
And that's one thing is
Does he
that
hit
there's
you with his sticks?
People. Yeah, he twirls them and everything like you like.
He's just always twirling them.
He's a
Well,
stickman.
he twirls and ever twirling into oblivion. But he it's like he really was like this cool person that kind of believed in me in a way creatively, where he said, "Hey, do you want to make a music video?" And I was like, "Are you serious?" And then I just kind of dreamed up a super weird concept.
Yeah.
And then he's all, "Yeah, sounds good. Go for it." And so sometimes I feel like it just takes somebody kind of believing that you're
absolutely
capable of it.
Yeah. I'm always looking to give people opportunities and see where they go with them. See if that's just the little spark they need, or if they just continue to sputter around for years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sputtering around is not a good move.
No.
I don't think.
Well, thank you, Skinner.
No.
We look forward to seeing the work you do for Mastodon.
Oh, thanks. I had a show on Super Deluxe.
Ah.
Also,
what was your show?
It was called Drawing with Skinner.
He loves it.
And it was fun, but man, I felt like it got bogged down.
Sorry, Skinner, we're just ripping on you.
It was called.
We want to get
it's okay.
I want to get a little sound, isolated sound thing of that laugh. Anyways,
I had a show on Super Deluxe. The original.
Everybody had.
I had a show on Super Deluxe back in the day.
Everybody had a show
what
on
was
Super
it called?
Deluxe.
It's called
Fiddling with.
It's called Poundcast.
I'm sorry, I've been sick. I've been really sick all week, so I'm laughing like a raspy witch.
Oh no, you're good.
So.
All right, listen, I'm going to let you go, Skinner. It's almost 10 o'clock. We got a lot to get to.
You guys got to go.
Yeah. We got to
Hey,
go.
I met you on an aircraft carrier, and you were really sweet to me. So
Who?
thank you for that.
What?
Say that again?
Yeah, during
Oh,
Comic-Con.
Oh,
wow.
that
I was on an
carrier.
aircraft carrier, and you were there, and I was like, "Hi, Tim." I was so excited to meet you, and you gave me a nice handshake, and you were really sweet. And
I'm a real. I'm a peach.
you're the peachiest guy.
I was just gonna say
So
peachy. I'm a peach.
Yeah, well, you're
You
a
know,
big old peach,
if you
baby.
respect me, I respect you.
I respect you so much, man, and
You
I
know-
respect Doug Pound and Vic. You guys are the shit, man. I love you guys.
Thank you, Skin. You know, there was
All
these.
right.
There always maybe Doug. Maybe do you think I've changed? Because there used to be a lot of rumors and stuff on the message boards that I was a real dick.
Confirmed truths.
But I always feel if I meet fans, I'm always pleasant, and I'm not a rude jerk around them. I take the picture, I shake a hand, I say thank you. I think some of it is like when I'm on stage, I could be a
there
real
was
bad
there was some early tours when you were a little
standoffish, or I mean, I don't think ever in person.
maybe stressed out or something. Yeah, maybe not in person.
Like
maybe it
always
was
on,
more
like
of
if I'm on stage,
I think
I'm
it was
in
always
character.
as a gag or something.
Yeah, like I'm on stage. I'm like if I'm like on cinema, we bring people up, and I'm like totally shitty to these people.
Yeah, it's
you know?
it's always a gag. It's
But
always
then
like,
if I see you afterwards, I'm a puppy dog. I don't know if there's any examples of, but if you're like obnoxious or you're like, oh, you know, if you're coming in and being rude or being,
if you come in hot, you're gonna get
come
some
in
heat.
hot, and you know, but if you're bothering me at a restaurant, but that shit doesn't really happen. So I think I've years of me just being that way. I think has maybe squashed those rumors that that I'm some kind of prick. But to an audience. Anyways,
Okay.
I have not plugged this except for
sure?
playing the music in the beginning of the show. Yesterday
you
was a big day
sure?
for me. We
How
announced
could you
my.
be so sure?
Sorry, Sam.
You good?
Okay.
Yesterday we released the news that we are me. When I say we, I mean me.
You and your team.
My team, Jaguar, has announced that on June 7th, I think. Is it June 7th? Let's get the real date here.
No.
June 7th, I was correct. Sorry,
Yeah.
Joe Pesci. What the Broken Hearted Do, my new album is coming out. We released a video for the first single.
There's a video out?
Yeah. It's very funny. You'll love it. It's basically I had this idea because you heard the song. It's a bit of a bouncy, up-tempo, fun track. Got a lot of rhythm in it. I said it would be fun to do like a dance video, you know, kind of like the Talking Heads Once in a Lifetime, where David Byrne's doing all this fun dancing and stuff. And we, shoot it right, make it look good. So I got my friend to collaborate with me on it. And I said, I want to do this thing. We could get a choreographer. We get a little stage. We get some lights, good cameras, make it fun.
Yes.
A couple of dancers.
Yes.
He said, well, what kind of budget do you got? Right. And I go, well,
No.
I've got $4,000. And he says, we can't do anything with that.
I'm okay.
We can't make what you want to make with that. It would turn out shitty. So I said, well, you know what we should do then? We should shoot this conversation between me and you.
Yes.
Where I give you the idea for the music video, and then you walk me through how we can't do that. So the music video is that. It's a conversation, and then I say, well, let me play you the song.
Wait, who's the person?
Andrew Porter is the producer in it. So, but another person sort of quote unquote directed it, but he doesn't want to be known because it's not allowed to direct. Anyways,
what really is it like? Someone like Spielberg or something?
Yeah, Spielberg. No, but so the video is then me saying, well, here's the idea. Let me play you the song. So the video, the music portion of the music video is me just like sitting across from Andrew, playing the music, looking at him, showing him a couple of the dance moves. And then at the end of it, he says that we can't do anything with $4,000. We need like $30,000. So It's getting a lot of buzz because of that.
I could have done it for $4,000.
It's a meta. Well, we need a choreographer.
I could choreograph.
Fuck this. Anyways,
what?
Here's what I want to say.
What did you just say?
I am so excited for you to hear this record. It is.
Let's get real. If we're going to be real, let's be real.
It is a work of labor of love. It is produced by Jonathan Rado, who produced a lot of great records, including his own, Foxygen.
Do you think he got into music because his name sounds like Radio? And he's like, I got to do something with the radio.
I think you're right there. I think you nailed it. Here's the deal. You can pre-order it now. If you go to any of my sites, you'll see the link. Pre-order. What are you laughing at, Gary?
Just interesting stuff that I don't believe, but go ahead.
Wait. No, I can't go on.
Why would he make
interesting
this up?
stuff that I don't believe?
I don't believe in the stuff you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? You think I'm making it up?
It can't happen. You're in the Twilight Zone here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Keep
Well,
talking.
this is the real deal. We've made a record. We have a pre-order available, and you get a beautiful. Do you see the deluxe edition, Doug?
Yeah, with Nick from Islands did some.
Yeah, Nick Thornburn from the band Islands did some art that is that only comes with the pre-order. There's a limited number supply of those. So you get the album, you get a cassette. A lot of these kids today like cassettes. They go back to the old tape players. It's very hip right now. And you get the record, and you get these stickers, and you'll be the first to get the record. Now, I actually am making a commandment. It's the first commandment of the show that I think we've done officially.
Buy your thing? Buy your album?
Yeah, that's what it is. Shut up. Interrupting my commandments. Ready for this commandment? Give me some God-fearing kind of Moses music. Some dark.
Oh, this is really annoying.
Okay, coming up. Hold on. Maybe this kind of thing, maybe?
No, it's too positive. I need some God-fearing, like,
okay.
Moses from the Ten Commandments is what I'm thinking of, Doug. Thou shalt, like that's going to be.
Yeah, okay, just, I don't know what I can't type in Moses music because there's not a
What
thing.
about Ten Commandments soundtrack? This is big, Doug. This is a big moment for you. I'll get it.
Here we go. I got it. Here we go. Coming in.
Hear me. I am your Father.
Need a little
Lord.
reverb on that.
I am Lord Father Tim Heidecker of Office Hours. You shall obey me. You shall obey my commandments, for there is only one. Thou shalt pre-order my new record, What the Brokenhearted Do, a non-autobiographical breakup record, sad songs with groovy tunes. Pre-order at timheidecker.ffm.to/whatthebrokenhearted or visit my Twitter pinned tweet. You are now hereby commanded to order the deluxe edition.
It's go time.
It's time to go, Jerry says.
It's go time.
Pre-order now. Stop waiting around. I will not continue the show until we have 1,000 pre-orders in the next 5 minutes. Pre-order. Go on the internet now. Link up. Add your credit card. Add your PayPal.
Oh, you're crazy.
Thank you so much. That is the
I
commandment.
don't know about you, but I'm getting a hankering for some double mint gum.
All right, you were killing it with the Jerry clips, and then it just kind of went rando.
People like the rando. I got some compliments about my pickle.
man.
My
pickle drops were.
My pickle drops.
Some people really like the pickle drops.
My pickle drops. All right. Let me say this. Thank you for using this opportunity to plug the show, my music. I will take a call now. Hear ye. Computer's frozen, man.
Hello? Hello? Wait, here we go.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey, who's this?
This is Phil here.
There he is.
That's
Phil. Phil.
Someone else's shot. No offense to Phil. He's
well,
great,
you know, he wasn't on the show the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Right.
Phil.
I got you.
I want to tell you, with peace and love, I saw your tweets about climbing Yosemite, climbing El Capitan, free solo.
Yes.
And I enjoyed that. Can you give us an update on your plans to climb free solo, which means no ropes or nets? Climbing up the side of El Capitan. Give us what the update is. You've announced this now, and I assume all things are moving forward with that.
It is going forward. I got a little bit of a sore knee. I've had one here for about a week or so I haven't been doing much training. But this is kind of a fortuitous call in a sense that Mr. Loosenhop's here. He lives in Denver and was wondering also, since he's here, maybe he could put me up for a night or so while I'm out there getting ready for the climb and heading out to El Capitan to do
you
that.
Understand, you got a real credibility problem here.
Phil, just Tim here. Before I turn it over to Gary,
he sounds like Dr. Phil.
What does Denver have to do with El Capitan?
Well, it's pretty close by, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, it's,
Rocky Mountains.
No, I think El Capitan is part of the Sierra Nevadas, Doug?
Yeah, it's in California.
You better tell me the truth.
Yeah. Yes, Phil, it is.
But if you want to stay at our house, you can do that.
Well, Gary's open to you staying at the house.
You can practice on the.
But what I would do
Rocky
is just
Mountain.
go ahead and open up Apple Maps or Google Maps or whatever, and just give yourself a little education on the where your climb is versus where other things are.
Better yet, install the El Capitan operating system.
Okay, well, I'll do that then. Then it's not a big deal. But I've seen the movie, of course.
Right.
I just didn't know exactly where it was.
Now,
but,
I also just saw the movie. Did you see Free Solo, Doug or Gary?
I did.
I saw it on IMAX.
Oh man, that must have been fucking crazy.
I want to watch. I want to watch like a new movie like that every night. I want to be in an IMAX theater. Like that's an entertaining.
Well,
thing.
I watched it on the airplane, which not as good,
Not quite IMAX.
But it was terrifying, and I can't believe that you watched Free Solo and said that's what I want to do, because that looked so dangerous and so scary. And for somebody that's a professional climber, I think, wow, I wouldn't even do that if I was the number one climber in the world. But Phil watches it. Uncle Phil watches it, who's recently had a really scary health scare. He had a stroke a few months ago, Gary, who's not a listener to the show, so might not know that. That's just the opposite reaction that I had. My reaction was, well, you'll never see me try that. Your reaction was different. Talk to me about that.
Well, it kind of goes into the health care that I did have, which, I had a stroke, and, I've kind of taken a new look at life, which is, let's go all in. Let's go balls to the wall and do these things, put El Capitan on my bucket list, more or less.
Right.
And
Phil, have you ever,
yes.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Have you ever climbed? Have you ever done mountain climbing?
Yes, I've climbed Stone Mountain here in Atlanta.
How high? That's like a tourist thing that you could. It's like an hour walk.
You just
it's
walk
like a
up.
hike.
You hike it.
You've not climbed
It's a mile. I mean, it's a mile stretch from the beginning to the top of the top of the mountain, though.
Are you climbing with your hands and
are you climbing vertically, going on Stone Mountain?
Well, it depends. I mean, you could do it either way, I suppose.
What have you done?
Well, I've been to REI before. I've done their rock walls. I've, you know, I mean, I've worked on those. But the movie, the movie shows the guy when he climbs. If you'll watch, he marks. He has like chalk or whatever. He marks like where he's grabbing. He marks where he's with his hands. He's marking where he's placing his feet. It's all marked. It's all marked on the wall.
Right.
You can gauge that you've got the mark to follow his path, which I'm not trying to diminish his accomplishment or mine for that matter, but you can do it that way.
Okay, well, so then your plan is to just follow his route and just climb up. Yeah,
watch the movie.
You know what?
Over and over.
I'll tell you,
just watch the movie and memorize the route.
You make it sound so deceptively easy that it's just like one foot in front of the other, one hand in front of the other, just grab. But I think what maybe an element to this you might be overlooking is the strength required, the physicality that goes into his capacity to do that. And it's also, he's a very certain type of build. He's got probably genetic qualities that make him more prone to this. And I guess, so my first question is, is your musculature, is your fitness up to at least his level? And second question is, do you have any inborn like fear of heights or anything like that? Because it seems like those would be two massive challenges. But so speak to those two.
Yeah, fair questions. And look, I'm not saying I'm doing this like tomorrow or next week. I think if you watch my video, I said in there that I'm planning to do it, maybe 2-3 months in advance here. So I'm working up to that level.
2 or 3 months in advance. Okay, that seems. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, summertime. But you do the hand grips to build that strength up. I got a YMCA.
Those squeezy things.
Yeah, you definitely got to build the hand strength there. So I'm doing, 200 of those a day probably on both hands.
Wow.
I got on the cycle machine over at the Y. The Y is like a mile from my house. It's pretty close by. I can do those, work on the Nautilus there. So I'll be working real hard on doing those. I play basketball 3 days a week, so I got the cardio that I think that I need to do that.
And now, what about the question of fear of heights?
Well, that is going to be a challenge because I definitely don't like being like on my house.
What's that? You don't like what?
I don't like being on the roof of my house.
No.
There is but I'm sure as I'm
Gary
climbing,
says you're in trouble.
Well, I'm looking up. I'm not going to look down. And you just look up. You focus on the goal, which is to get to the top. You're not looking down, and that's for the camera work and all those people to do that. So
right,
you just block it out of your mind, basically.
All right. Well, are you planning on doing any smaller climbs before El Capitan? Any smaller climbs in the real world, not the REI rock wall?
Well, there's Kennesaw Mountain that's also here in Atlanta too that I can do that. It's kind of a smaller climb. And
all right. Well, how about this? How about take on that and then assess how you felt about that, and then maybe think about El Capitan.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably do that, but I'm pretty confident that that's a go for this summer.
This summer. Okay. Well, we'll be watching and praying for you. Gary, what do you think Uncle Phil's chances are of successfully climbing El Capitan without any assistance from any, as they say, free solo? Here comes Gary's.
Good luck.
I
hope you can do it, but there's a lot of training, lots of training.
Yeah, we went through all that. All right, thanks, Phil. We'll let you go. Good luck to you.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Boy, well, I really hope he reconsiders. That sounds very dangerous.
You and I are going to disagree on some stuff today. I can already feel it.
Well, the show is winding down. You made it through I'm going to say old Gary. Gary. Gary, we learned a lot. I think you're a great guest. Let me just clarify. We made a reference to Vic, some story about Vic. We were all just kidding. Vic is actually with his dad right now on a little California vacation with the kids. I guess some kind of spring break business. Spring break seems to go for like months and months, doesn't it, Doug? Because everyone has different spring breaks.
Do you have a drinking problem?
Anyways, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. People are always on spring break. They got to line up these schools. Actually, maybe they should stagger them so they don't all, make a mess.
So, Vic, I hope he's listening, maybe. I mean, it would be fun for him to at least call in. I mean, it seems like when he's not on the show, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
with
it's
him.
like he doesn't care about
Oh, good. Well, if I'm not there reaping rewards, then I'm out of sight. I'm on my own trip, man.
Right.
I'm on my own trip.
461.
But anything else? Let's take one more call.
Tim, you want to call him? I got his number. It's
323-445-7445. 461.
We should call Vic. I mean, he's
Those are good numbers, I hope.
Can we? You want what? You want to call him?
323-461-7445.
Why do numbers make us laugh?
323-461.
That's a Social Security number.
7445.
Somebody's not picking up. Aristotle was very excited for this call to happen here.
Call has been forwarded
You
to an
start that druggy crap.
Were you trying to call him? He's not answering. Maybe
he's checked out, man. He's
on the
where do they
beach.
go on vacation? Are they on the beach?
I think they said he was going down to Laguna, somewhere around that.
Laguna's
way.
nice.
Those parts,
right, Dad? You went down there that one time.
Yeah.
Let's try one more call, and then we'll let the good people out there go.
Tim, I agree with you about vacations and stuff. It's like
seems a bit pointless.
Like after a day, you're kind of like I'm just itching to get back, and you start worrying about the things you got to do.
Hello, who this?
Who's this?
This is Tim Heidecker. This is Office Hours. You're live.
Oh, cool. This is Britt.
Hello, Britt. How you doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, where we calling you at? Where you at? living?
Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh.
You
I was
strike
there with
me
the Who.
As
I was
really nice.
I was there with the Who, 1988, on a big reunion show with Kenny Jones on the drums, and we had a good time after the show. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, what'd you do? Did you eat Manny's?
We had some of them grinders, a grinder, fucking large sandwich with the French fries in there, and took a girl up to the top of the old Marriott Hotel. And
Did you get diarrhea?
No, love. Let me tell the story. Took this girl with me and John Entwistle, take her up to the top of the balcony and threw her off right into the Three Rivers. And she drowned.
Do you have a problem with drugs?
Do you? Britt.
Do you have a problem with drugs?
I zoned out. What were you saying?
What were you talking about? What you want to know? What you calling about?
I wanted to talk to Gary.
Well, okay. Turn it over to Gare Bear.
I'm listening.
We're gonna give you the mic, Gary, so you guys can talk. Hold on. All right, what you got for Gary today?
Gary, can you tell us a story about Doug from when he was little?
Cut the mic.
Great question.
Okay. How little do you want to know about?
How little do you want to know about? Well, give us a cute one.
Okay, I played football at grammar school, and he was always running around the neighborhood. He was on the baseball team. I was his manager, and that worked out pretty good. Then he went into high school. He was on a gymnastics team.
Gymnastics?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Then he was supposed to go to the coach's camp. And he said, I don't have to go to coach's camp. Well, he wasn't on the team next year because he didn't go. But
that's a great story.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
But then
So he was good at sports.
Yeah.
When did Gary? Let me. When did you recognize that Doug had interest in the creative arts? Was he always making skits and movies and?
Mostly in high school.
What do you think the awakening there was for him? What sparked with him where he said, "I love doing this"?
I don't know.
Were you?
I wasn't him. I don't know what his mind
you could
was.
have observed him or noticed a moment of change in him. Did you? But you or are you or your wife creative? Are you musical or do you like?
My wife's creative. I'm not. So
what is your
I think
wife?
He takes after her.
So what? In what way is she creative? Is she?
Well,
does she
she
sing
does
and
cross stitching and does quilting. She's a pretty good quilter, stuff like that. She likes to frame up different pictures, stuff like that. Hang them on a wall, take them down, put a
Doug,
new one up.
Do you find your mother to be a creative inspiration for you?
Yes.
All right.
My mic is hidden.
Yeah, Doug's not on mic, so we can't help him. All right, Britt, have you zoned out again?
No, I was actually listening that time.
Okay, well,
Did
thanks
I
for
answer
calling
all
in.
your questions?
Yeah, hey, Chicago show was great. Loved it.
Oh, yeah? You enjoyed
Thanks
that?
for talking to me.
I did. It was
Thanks for talking
Were you
to
at the
me.
early show or the late show?
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Britt, for coming to the show. You came all the way from Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that your sound, Tim?
Yeah, I'm playing my single again. It's single release day. It's album release day. We're going to just enjoy the music that I worked hard on. And thank you for listening. Gary, thank you for contributing to the show today.
Glad I could contribute.
Did you enjoy being here?
Yeah. We have to go now. I want to stay the rest of the day here.
I would do a 3-hour show.
Yes. Well, what's the problem?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could go as long as we want, but we try to keep a consistency to the show.
I come back tomorrow. Do it again.
We're going to the beach tomorrow.
That's right. We can't do that.
I'm
Can
going
you
to
do this
Denver
on the
tomorrow.
beach? Wait a minute.
Denver, we have tickets available for you for the On Cinema Live tomorrow night at Cervantes. I've been telling you about this show. Tickets are starting to move quickly now. I expect it to be a full show, so get your tickets now.
If I go back to my dreamland, you might be waiting for me.
Yes.
That's where I know I'm wanted.
No.
That's where I want to be.
What?
This is Doug.
Yes.
Bass.
What? I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Let's get real. We're gonna be
It's a
real.
happy
Let's get
day.
real. Thanks for talking
When I
to
get up, all I want to do is go to bed again. Go to bed again.
Please.
Go to bed again.
Sing it with me, Gary.
When I get up, all I want to do is go to bed again. Go to bed again. Go to bed again.
Yes.
When I get up, all I want to do is go to bed again. Go to bed again.
What?
Go to bed again.
Why would I believe that?
Thank you
Thanks
all.
for talking to me.
Don't forget to pre-order.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's been honestly a pleasure. And let's go into the closing credits, Doug, with all
I'm
the
just going to give you
credits.
my opinion. Do you want my
And
opinion?
We can enjoy that. Holy Moses. Something else is playing. Oh,
Is
it's
this you?
Yeah, it's my. It goes on Spotify to my next record.
Yeah.
I like.
What's up, Bob?
All right.
like to laugh.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back next week with more office hours.
I like having fun. Yes,
On Cinema Live continues to spread across the country. Also, pre-order the On Cinema at the Cinema Reader, available at dragcity.com, and the new album from Tim Heidecker, What the Broken Hearted Do. Pre-order that at I don't know, jaguar.com, secretlycanadian.com. Number of places to get that. My website, timheidecker.com. Doug, anything to promote?
I got 2 tapes out there. I got the I have a workout
Two
tape.
taper?
I have a workout tape, and I have another audio cassette tape.
Okay.
You know, check
Where
it
do
out
we find that?
DougPound.bandcamp.com. You got some
Love
merch.
that.
There's
It's
some
great.
merch.
You can also get my record at Bandcamp, timheidecker.bandcamp. I think that's a nice.
No, DougPound.bigcartel.com. That's
Oh
what it is.
boy! All right. Well, that's
Whatever.
people are furiously
Who
writing
cares?
stuff down in their notepad right now.
No one's looking at that.
All you guys want is free content.
I got free content if you listen to the Poundcast.
Poundcast airing every day, different hours of the day, depending on when you listen. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time.